Today I'm doing my weekly check-in, checking in with my expenses for the 4th week of November. I am a monthly budgeter, and I found that doing these weekly check-ins helps me be more conscientious of how much I have remaining left in my budget categories. So not only am I a monthly budgeter, I'm also a digital budgeter. So I use my cards for everything and track them here in this expense tracker to help me do these weekly check-ins. In this Google Sheet, I use it for my monthly budget, to track my expenses, and to do my weekly check-ins. If you're interested in this spreadsheet, I'll link it down in the description box below, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is for the 4th week of November. My 4th week ranged from November 24th, which was that Friday, until November 30th. So going back to my week 3 check-in last week, if you look at it, I was priding myself on the fact that I was under budget in every single category, because traditionally speaking, by week 3 or the end of week 3, I'm usually negative in one or more budget categories. But this month I was actually under budget. And I mentioned that it was just been a busy month and I haven't had time to, I think, spend like I usually do on things that we need. But I can tell you for week 4, there is a lot more spending. But you also have to keep in mind that for week 4, there was Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And so I didn't necessarily have a budget for either one of those. And it did come out of our regular budget. Now I have my Christmas and holiday budget separate right now, so I'm not even talking about that yet. This is mainly just for our regular budget. So let's just go ahead and jump into week 4. Zooming into my expense tracker, I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible because we do have a lot of transactions this past week. So again, the week started on actually Black Friday on the 24th. And then that day, I actually went and bought my niece some gifts for her birthday. My first purchase on that day was an Amazon purchase. This is actually for my niece for her birthday. Went ahead and sent her a gift through Amazon, bought her several different things. That ended up being $137.93, and that went under my gift category. I actually did budget for her birthday. On that same day, I did buy my coworker a birthday gift as well. I had actually missed her birthday, but not really on purpose. Like, I knew her birthday was coming. I was just a little late getting her gift to her. So for her gift, that ended up being $40.33. And again, that went under the gift category. Then on that same day, my internet bill came out for the house, and that was the standard $65.55. This is a fixed expense, but I still track my fixed expenses in here too. And then the next purchase was during the weekend, I believe. This was on Sunday, and I made several different Amazon purchases for different things that didn't necessarily come out of the holiday budget. It just came out of my regular budget. So the first thing was I ordered some soaps and shampoos, and I forget there was something else, but just mainly to stock up on some of those things that we needed, and they were having a sale on these items. So I went ahead and got them. And so that ended up being $60. Now, again, I just put this all on one order and I separated it out for my different categories. So I took $60 out of household for those everyday items that we use. Next is the remainder. So I took $60 out of household, and then that was what I budgeted. So I just went to my next category, which was miscellaneous, and took the rest of what I spent on the shampoos and soaps, took it out of there. And then I also bought some candy for stocking stuffers as well. So that ended up being $33 under miscellaneous. Then I spent $52.59 on diapers. They had a sale where if you ordered a big box of diapers, you get I think like 6 diaper wipes with it. So I went ahead and took advantage of that promotion. I mean, we could always use more diapers here at our house with 2 kids in diapers right now. And I just put that under the kids category. And then I ordered some cardstock for our Christmas cards that we're going to send out. And I just took that out of our fun category, and that was $13.76. So again, I did take advantage of the sales that were going on for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I don't know, this was ordered on that Sunday, so it was kind of they still had those same Black Friday promotions going on. So I took advantage of those by just getting some of the things, that everyday items and things that we need. But again, all one purchase, just separated out into my different categories just because I didn't have enough money in just one category. Then the next one was on the same day, and that was my cell phone bill came out, and that was $96.90. That again is a fixed expense. Then on the 27th, my student loan payment came out. That was $101. That is a fixed expense as well, but I put that under my debt for now. And then I went ahead and withdrew $334 for our seeking fund. So I'll be stuffing this into our Christmas binder. Also on Cyber Monday, they had a sale on my daughter's vitamins that she usually gets. So I got some of those, and that was $24.08. This isn't just for one vitamin. I bought 2 different ones. I put this under the medical category since I still had money left in that category. Then I needed some new toothbrush heads for my electric toothbrush. So I went to their website and bought a couple of those. And so that ended up being $23.70. And I put that under household too. Then I did buy some savings challenges on Etsy on Cyber Monday as well. I wanted to go ahead and stock up for savings challenges for the new year. So that was $27.62, and I just put that under the fun category. Since I didn't have any money left in personal spending, I still had some in fun, so that's where I kept that. Then on the 28th, my Chewy's subscription came out, and that was $64.91, and I put that under pups. So this is actually the second time that this came out this month. The first time was the first week in November, and I have it set on every 4 weeks they deliver our dog food. Well, it just so happened that it came out twice this month, which I knew that was eventually going to happen. I just didn't think it was going to be November already. So since I didn't budget for 2 orders to come out in November, I still had some money left in pups, so that's where that came from. So I'm going to be a little over budget with the dogs, but not too bad. Then our HelloFresh order came out, and that was the standard $89.31, and I put that under food. This has been working out for us. This gets us 4 meals for 2 different people, and really just has helped us keep up with meals throughout the week when we're busy at work. Another fixed expense that came out was my 403B, and that was $93.79. Then on the 30th, this is the last transaction that we made for the month, but this is not the last time that you'll see this. So on the last day of the month, I decided just to go ahead and do our Costco order that I usually wait until the beginning of the month to do, but I wanted to go ahead and just get it since it was on my mind. So since I still had some money left in our food category for the month of November, I'm using what we have left over for some of our Costco for the next month. So it's kind of like I'm rolling over our variable expenses or what was left in our variable and moving it over to December pretty much essentially, but I'm just going to track it on November's. So I used $120 of our budgeted amount for food for the month of November because our Costco order was more than 120. It was several $100s. So the remaining amount will come out of our December budget. So you'll see that on the 1st of December, even though we made the purchase on the 30th of November. So this purchase, I do put on a card and I pay it off. So it's not like my account's going to go negative or anything. And it was just easier for me to do it this way. So hopefully that makes sense. And technically we did spend out of the household category too at Costco. But again, that's just going to come out of our December budget. And I did purposely budget more for household in December to cover some of those things. So let's go look at week 4 because we had quite a bit of transactions for the last week of November. So for week 4 in the food category, we had $209.34 for this last week. And I spent $209.31, so 3 cents left over. Technically, this is going to zero out, and I used what we had left over. So we would, if I didn't do that Costco and I waited until December, we would have had $120 left in this category. So I'm happy with that, and I'm glad that we could kind of roll that over into December as well. For gas and car, I started with $176.17, and I didn't spend anything in my car, so I still have that amount remaining, which I'm kind of glad I have this amount remaining because that really helped us stay under budget in some of these other categories that you'll see we're negative in. Household, I had 60. I spent $83.70, so I'm negative here, $23.70. And we would have been right at budget if I didn't have to buy the toothbrush heads, but they've been long overdue and I needed to get more. Miscellaneous, I started with $36.54 this week. We spent $33, so we still have $3.54 remaining there. Pups, we had 40. we spent $64.91, and again, that was because of that Chewy subscription, that additional one. So we're negative $24.91 for kids. We started with $45.17. We spent $52.59, and that was just because I took advantage of the diaper promotion. So I'm negative $7.42. So not too bad as far as kids funds go. Beauty, we started with nothing. We spent nothing. So all good there. Medical, we started with 60. We spent $24.08 on those vitamins. So we still have $35.92 remaining in that category. For fun, we started with 60. We spent $41.38. So we still have $18.62 there. For gifts, we started with $150. We spent $178.26. So we're negative here at $28.26. I think I've been negative in gifts every single month since I started tracking my expenses again. So that's something I really need to focus on. Personal spending started with $2.11, spent nothing, so we still have that. So as you can see, we're definitely negative in more categories, but if you look, we are not extremely negative. I think the most we're negative in is this $28 one. So it stays in the 20s in each one, but I do know that they add up. So in all, for this week, we started with $839.33. We spent a whopping $687.23. But we still, out of all those negatives, we still have $152.10 left over out of all of our variable expenses. So that is pretty awesome, not going to lie. So even though this past week was pretty spendy, I'm glad we still had something remaining in our variable expenses altogether. Now, what I would like to do is one day, whatever money we have left over in our variable expenses by the end of week 4, I would like to carry over into a sinking fund. But I believe the extra money that we have this month, though, I'm going to save it specifically for Christmas. So this $154, or $152, I think I'm going to put it toward Christmas. But I'm going to go over that in my November closeout, showing you guys what we're going to do with this money and how much we were able to put toward Christmas. And I believe I'm going to have that video out on Tuesday, because I believe this one's going out on Sunday, because this one is day 3 of Vlogmas. I'm really excited about the video I have coming out tomorrow. It's going to be my Christmas budget tracker and everything that we budgeted for Christmas. And I want to go ahead and give out my tracker out for free so you can use it to budget for your Christmas. So that's all I have for this video. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.